that a little bit later on. Looking at the comps now completed. Hard to look past BLG for this one for me. They've got that lovers bot lane locked in, exceptionally strong, allows onto.
You need to be good at diving in side lanes, and you do stuff like this. The Rakan, and that Viego can definitely do that.
Yeah, speaking of diving, here comes some aggression. Hoyer's playing this one really, really well so far, still taking a considerable chunk of damage. However, we're doing what they can to juggle the tower aggro, and it does look a little bit dead to rights here. The question is, can they get anything in return?
And they...
Good damage onto one, forcing the flash away. Good hook shot, going to connect, and this dive continues for what seems like an eternity.
They're going to go again all the same. He's out of cooldowns this time, and Hoyer will go down for that first blood. He hit level 4 under the tower, gave some questions. They ended up winning that World Championship last year, BLG. And the rest of the LPL took a little while to kind of get on the board. But they'll secure themselves the first 3. Here's Beitran, trades for the dragon on the other side of the map. Typical early game objective trade. And checking it out, does have level 6. There's a chance he could really get a 1v1 here.
This is going to be pretty tough. We're going to see Jinzhao able to secure 1, throwing down the ultimate, but Knight returning with 1 of their own. Hoyer's joined the fray. It's a 2 for 2 for now, as the Weaver's Wall is not going to carry Talia to the target. Goes to Viego. Besh1 takes all the damage, and now Hoyer in a lot of trouble, trying to take a little bit of fruit, trying to get to the relative safety of Setab. But yet again, second kill is going to go.
His ultimate at some point. He came in here to... He stops the Talia going over. Yeah. I actually missed that, and he's now going to get the punts away in mid lane. Setab might just die, though, and the flash goes down easy.
Yeah, Wayne Knight looking great here. Yeah, that was a
little bit around them if TT really wants to give a fight.
Yeah, feels like trouble brewing around the grubs here. We've already seen the grubs started up. The return of damage is going to be good. However, in comes the Pot Blossom, and that is some good damage down. Hextech Ultimatum follows up, but Besh1 is the first to die. Bullet time was back off cooldown. It wasn't enough to get 1x and a kill. Instead, it only finds themselves a death chamber, and the grubs will go the way of BLG.
Somehow to get themselves a big old Camille MF combo coming through the map somehow, but it's so hard to set that up when you're behind in all goals.
It's absolutely true, and the response from Away and the rest of the team is just so insanely fast, already forcing flashes out of Besh1. We do see Feather trying to use the ultimate to save their own skin. They're not going to be able to do so, and Nico is shredded. The same can be said for Setab as well, who, despite that final little seismic shove, unable to escape Way.
Way hunts down his prey on the bot side of the fight. BLG are running away with this game now. TT let the goal get out of hand. They opened the door to BLG to play around their combination. I love these guys
from BLG after that loss against TT in game 1, and well, the answer does seem relatively transparent right now. Alex, it's happening!
It's happening! It's happened twice in 2 days. The new patch 15.4 helping us get along with this one. Ruda's at a con. I've not got to cast one of these games yet. And you know what's hilarious about this? If you get Ruinous Atacon, it increases your neutral objective buffs. There are 6 grubs on BLG.
Yeah.
Folks, we are going to get effectively an almost 8 grub game from BLG if they get that objective. They will, even when you're not a tower killing champion. So Herald's going to go down to the mid lane. This one's going to go down to the 6 grubs and the Herald very, very easily. TT, they don't really have much demand to response here.
Yeah, the Wind's Wall comes in by a brief respite, but not too much as one, as Herald will make its first charge. Looks like it's going to be able to get the second one off as the damage is coming through, but Gastanta has other things to say about that one. Trying to pull Titan, stepping maybe just a little bit too deep. Bullet time comes in, it's not enough to secure a kill. Takes out the Herald before the second charge, flash forward, Pot Blossom connects onto Way. However, Viego able to step out into the mist.
So lucky a point. But worth noting, Knight still has ults. So if something were to happen here, could ult over towards something like Viego, finding the Talia again.
And that is exactly what happens. Way securing yet another kill, collecting Talia for the good. And that is going to be another dragon. That will be their third
game than game 1. And we said, look, there are a lot of eyes on Way. It is very hard to be the struggling player on such a successful team. And, you know, there are sometimes multiple struggling players on BLG. I'm not going to say it's just Way, but for him particularly, with all of the stuff that happened in off-season with him and Shun and...
returns a kill in the end of the play, as we're about to see, as we see Way just chilling, just waiting.
Plus, of course, the passive. The extra little chance of getting that kill at the end of it very much helps into the reset play pattern. Alone on this side of the map right now. Teleport coming in, not alone for long.
Yeah, starts things off, but probably not going to be the one that finishes them. As Knight arrives via that TP first kill, already secured. Besh1, who had that deathless game first time round, having anything but this time. They're doing it for you, Alex.
They're doing it for me, no one else. It's so different seeing the way that the attack pattern's changed because it's got the swipe outwards into inwards, like this thing here, the descending circles. Look at the flowers bloom. All of these giving adaptive force as well. I love it so much. BLG are going to be so powerful after this.
They give all of that adaptive force over to the Viego as well. Meanwhile, Knight trying to stay alive down bot side turret. Not long for the world. On arriving for support. Flashing away, not able to survive this one, even though the turret is not quite so lucky.
I really, as you can see, 54 bloody petals picked up for BLG, so that gives them, I mean, they do. He has flash and he has ult. I don't know if this is the fight which TT won, actually.
Well, Beshwan's still going to take it regardless, going aggressive. Elk having to flash away, being followed by the audacious charge, but no, it's not to be this game for Beshwan. If game 1 they could have fallen into a sewer and come out with a gold watch, in game 2, it's just poop.
This game is certainly stinky for them. BLG, they don't even lose their AD carry in that situation. I thought it might be a 1-for-1, which BLG could teleport onto afterwards, or find themselves a cleanup kill. They don't even get the single kill. Still a deathless game from BLG. Watch as this next wave comes into the tower. Next time they hit tower, watch how nasty the tower damage comes in from 6 grub plus the Atakan. Setup's caught out by Bin.
Yeah, goes in with the Weaver's Wall to try and stop those hits, and instead just gets hit in the face. And now you can see those massive chunks being ripped out of the turret. One turret, but at least it would have been one. You know, in a game where we're looking at a 12-0 scoreline, at least they could have taken away an extra shred of dignity in this game. And unfortunately, that's something that is being stripped from them, along with probably soon to be their base as well. BLG just making an absolute point of this game. They are sending a message, and that message is about to continue.
And they might be returning TT to sender at this point, putting them back to base. Bin goes in.
Yeah, flashing forward, getting all that damage onto Misfortune. He's barely able to get 2 waves of bullet time off. Hextech Ultimatum comes in, but unfortunately, Hoya, you are locked in now with Knight, not the other way around. More kills come in. It's a triple for the Galio. It's going to be 4 out of 5 secured for BLG as they look down to try and close out the ace. Not quite catching onto the tab, but it just doesn't matter. They've got free roam in this top.
Here comes On, diving forwards again. That is a very dead Talia. BLG have stomped through this game. Knight has a 25-stack Magi's on a quote-unquote tank Galio. Smashes the turret, and as we said, the grubs with the Runus Atakan. Towers don't exist. They are paper to BLG.
Ace secured, delayed quadrikill. It's not just the base that has been paper in this game. They might as well be playing the Onivia skin because it feels like the champions are made of paper too. One more.
Yeah, but seriously though, 54 of these Blood Roses and then also a Magi's on top of it. It's a lot of extra random damage because of the adaptive force you get from them. Hoya, he does not want to be there, and I think he'll be removed from that very quickly.
Yeah, he goes back from whence he came, and Viego secures this one for an easy 7-0-8. We talked about Beshwan's stunning deathless game on the Jin Zhao. We have to start talking about way on this Viego now, having seen what's going on. Baron now has been started up. It feels like TT have decided this is going to be their last stand. They don't want to let this final objective go over the way. They've met so many others, but what can they really do to stop it, America?
Well, we'll see if Batron can get himself a miracle steal. He's not going to be able to get into the pit. He goes in and he fails. He's going to die for the attempt.
It's too little, it's too late, and it is going to be Baron. It's going to be 2 more kills. And at the end of it all, with Hoya going down, it's 3 kills. Maybe that's just the game.
I think it will be after that point. Hoya might be able to come back up to show his face for, I suppose, the school portrait at the end of it. But I think that will be all they wrote. The wave clear's coming in from TT, but as we said, only takes an auto or 2 before that damage over time from the grub buffed up by the Runus Atakan as well, completely shreds the base. There is nothing that TT can do here.
Hoya does indeed return for that class photo, but the class in question is going to be the one from Battle Royale. And unfortunately, Hoya, you were not on the winning side this time. Will it be the deathless game, or can they finally get a little bit of something? Knight taking turret shot. He's taking fountain laser shot. It doesn't matter. Nothing kills the Galio. Nothing stops BLG. We're 1-1.